I want to bring in my captain, my friend, my brother, and right here joining us on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line is the one and only, the Hall of Famer, Isiah Thomas. What's up, Zeke?
I am so happy to be on your show.
Oh, tell Rich that.
Let me say thank you for the introduction, and then let everyone know the pioneer of these shows started with the Best Damn Sports Show.
Oh, yeah.
John Salley brought this format into the realm of sport. So thank you, John. Thank you, Rich Eisen, for letting John, be back on and letting everybody know a Piston again pioneered another. Go ahead, John.
Thank you very much. And
take your bow.
Thank you very much. But what happened is, you remember how I know you remember this. Sports radio used to be so locker room fraternity boy. It was such, there was no fun to it. There was nothing at this point.
It was all hot takes. It was Rome.
Right. Yeah. I saw Rome still has a show, too, I heard.
Still going.
Yeah. Amazing. Why? Anyway, Isiah, this is the deal with Celtics. We're talking Celtics. We got the Celtics versus the Golden State Warriors. You're in San Francisco up to watch the game?
Yeah, I'm in San Francisco doing the game tonight, NBA TV, Celtics, Warriors, and this is turning out to be a great series. Both teams are playing well. We got one offensive juggernaut, and then we have a defensive juggernaut in the Celtics.
That's the way you look at it, huh? So, Isiah, because they've been matching you and talking to you about this kid, Steph Curry. You remember when they first started talking about it, I put a post. I put your numbers at 5 years and his numbers at 5 years, and yours were amazing. Great. And, he brings the small man conversation back. But can you imagine, Isiah, if you were playing and no one was allowed to touch you or no one was allowed to hit you going to the basket, how many points you would have?
And the lane was wide open. And not only that, John, y'all wouldn't scream at me if I took, 25, 27 shots and dribbled the ball and held it for, 18 seconds.
Yes. See, so this is what he's trying to say, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA, they had spread the game out. So the game is spread out. And they believe with analytics that the more shots you take, the better chances you have of winning. I think it's proven true in a lot of spaces. But the Celtics are coming up playing old basketball by being great on defense and shutting down some of those shots.
Yeah, and what the Celtics have done, and I, let me move this conversation just to the side a little bit. When I look at Steph Curry now, I see him more Allen Iverson than the Isiah Thomas conversation, because Iverson came to the game with one thought in mind, and that was to score the basketball. Curry comes to the game with one thought in mind, and that's to score the basketball. And they are, great scorers at that position. Magic and we had to come to the game and try to achieve perfect balance, where we had to score and assist. So we had to have a different mindset other than just being scorers. So I look at Curry and Iverson basically in the same way. Now to get back to the other side of the ball question, Celtics, old-fashioned defensive team. They really do have a traditional team when you look at them. They have point guards, small forwards, shooting guards. When you look at Brown and Tatum, they could be your 2 and your 3. You got Horford, you got Williams as your 4 and 5, and then you got Smart as your 1. They're a big team. They play physical. They rebound the basketball, and they come to the game with the thought of stopping you first, scoring second. Golden State comes to the game with the thought of scoring first and stopping you second.
Okay. So everybody, Isiah Thomas, my captain, greatest guy in the world. You know, I said something one time and on television, and then I got a text. I said, I've been with a lot of great basketball players, playing with some great basketball players, but Isiah being 6 foot tall, okay, 6'1", Isiah, 6'1", and doing it better than most people. So I always, you know, thank you. At first I didn't thank him because he was hard on me as a rookie, you know. I asked him where you buy the Rolls Royces, and for some reason he took offense to that.
You didn't ask me where do I buy it. You said, take me to get me one.
And I was just joking. I
was your chauffeur.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you know. And I just thought I was being funny. I learned be funny differently. Isiah, so tonight, I don't want to put you on the spot because you have to do the game. So how much are the Celtics going to win by tonight?
I don't know if they'll win by a lot. I think it'll be a close game, but I picked the Celtics in this series to win in 6.
Why that?
Because there's a saying that great offense beats great defense. I've never believed in that saying. I don't think it's factual. Great defense, from my experiences, has always beat great offense. And I think we're watching the Celtics developing into a great defensive team. They defend on ball well. They rebound. They're long. They got shot blockers at the rim. They have tenacity. They have intensity. They have grit. They have a little dirt about them. I just like their toughness that they bring to the game. And their defense travels. They've gone through Giannis. They've gone through Durant. They've had the experience of losing to LeBron a couple of years. I mean, we look at this Celtics team coming into the finals, and they remind me a lot of our journey, because most people don't realize. You talk about, Tatum and Brown, but they've been in the Eastern Conference Finals for 3 years and lost.
Wow.
And now they're here on the final stage, and they got a chance to win, and they're young, but this is an experienced group that's coming to the table. And anytime you go through Giannis, Durant, and have lost to LeBron, the 3 best players in the East, you come into you're not rattled, you're not shook by a Game 5 in Golden State that you have to win. So I expect them to play well tonight, and it wouldn't surprise me if they won the basketball game.
Okay, pressure. Right now, Isiah, our team, 1990 Pistons, who would we have a tougher time against? Would it have been the Golden State Warriors or the Boston Celtics? Crickets.
No, I'm thinking we would beat both of them pretty good.
Yeah. I still love that we're going to say that no matter what. Jalen Rose once said something. He said, Stephen A. Smith, that I have in my brain. I'm bruised. I am Piston through and through. So I can never go against us no matter what. But you're right. But Draymond would have been fun to, have against, play against.
Him and Dennis going head to head. Oh my God.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done well.
I love Draymond, but. John, you 7 feet tall. He's 6'6".
Yeah,
he's been too little.
Yeah, too little.
He's been too little. I mean, I love him, but I look at these teams and I say, if we won in the '80s, and the teams that we beat in the '80s, the Lakers, the Celtics, arguably, they say those are the 2 of the top 4 teams to ever play the game of basketball. And by the way, we beat both of them. So if we can beat 2 of the top, 4 teams that have ever played, I'm pretty confident that, we would do all right in this era and win championships. I
do too. Isiah, I appreciate you getting up. I know usually they don't wake you up to give you a bath until like 12 noon. I appreciate the Coming to America situation, brother. Thank you for being on, and I love you. Tell everybody at the house I said hello.
I love you too, and proud of you, John, for everything that you've done off the court, the way you carry yourself, just as a man, and everything that you've done, and again, the work that you do in the movies, and again, give him credit for, pioneering this business in terms of the best damn sports show, because he was one of the pioneers. So thank you, John. I love you, brother, and can't wait to see you and give you a big hug.
There we go, man. All right, everybody, Isiah Thomas, Zeke, Hall of Famer. That's big. See, DJ, you got to be able to call on your big timers when you need them to come on the show.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? KG didn't pick up the call, but Isiah picked up the call. Isiah picked up the call. I was going to call the truth. Lived in the neighborhood, but we'll see.
Well, it's harder to go higher up the flow chart than Zeke, though. You know what I mean? That's
start with the best.
Right there.
Start with the best, and he's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can always go to Disney Plus and watch Sneakerella with yours truly, John Salley.